Okay, welcome back, everyone, to the Black Multiverse Theory podcast.
I am your host, Milo, and this is your host, Nigel. And we are here exploring current events through an Afro-Canadian lens. In shoutouts, we catch up with the community, creating a space for current events. We're creating a space for connection. In the scroll, we dive into social media and celebrity news, always actual but not always factual. On the screen shares our latest watch list, while in our ears explores the sounds shaping our world. The podcast culminates in an uplifting message called The Word, which hopes to leave you empowered. Thanks for tuning in for insightful analysis and vibrant perspective on the Black experience in today's world. All right, everyone. Well, we are on a little late today, and in the process, we are going to zoomy on through. We had a very eventful last couple weeks. Last week we definitely had a little bit of connectivity issues, but we're back with a stronger than ever connection. So, who do you got for shout outs?
Shout outs today. We got lots of shout outs. Last week we had the Steel Heights Tigers play their final games. Both teams, my U13 team and my U15 teams, went and got their U13 did an amazing job. Everything came together. I think I was trying to tell everybody this last week. I don't know if we got through to it, but they did come in with a 7-1 victory in the last game. And then my U15 teams, they got lightninged out. So we weren't able to play any games because of lightning. And it was a little bit of an issue for them. But they're okay now. Everybody's fine. So it's fantastic how that played out. But
big shout out to them.
Yeah, big shout out to the two teams. And those are teams that housed or that were there with my oldest son and my younger daughters, who are twins. My second son is right now out of the country playing soccer. Had a great time this week, so I've been trying to get in with him and to figure out what he's doing, but it's probably been one of the busiest days of his life right now.
Imagine.
So I'll let you know what's happening with the scores and how he came through on that. But shout outs to Northside United as they did their best job going through. I think I can actually get the results for this team if I can quickly.
Live on the
air, the results. They won today 2-0.
Yay!
So they won yesterday 5-1. And today they won again 2-0. So tomorrow they'll be playing in Minneapolis at 9:30 in the morning. They'll be playing Jardvik.
Okay.
Which I'm thinking is maybe some sort of Swedish or Dutch group. I don't know.
Who knows? But congratulations to them. They could be from rural Pennsylvania. As far as America goes, you never know.
Jardvik. Njardvik.
True.
So interesting.
Yeah.
Who do you got a shout out for?
Big shout out to Bill. We will actually be hosting the Klondike Days opening for the Indigenous area. It's going to be a good time. There will be teepees. There will be drumming. Nigel and I will be there.
What date
so
is that?
Come check us out. That's on Monday.
Monday the
22nd. Yeah. So catch us out there. Come through, see us. is the opening day, so
Yeah.
we definitely want to see you. So come check us out.
Come
So
check
big
us
shout
out.
out to Bill. Big shout out to all the ladies from the Standing Bear family. They all went medicine picking yesterday.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, I did not have the opportunity to go yesterday. And a big hearty shout out to my big sis and my niece and Brittany. Brittany and Sanaya are doing like a little girls trip type thing.
Okay.
So they're going to Montreal. They're meeting
Okay.
in Montreal.
Very nice.
Yeah, they're gonna have a good time.
Sounds good.
So yeah, yeah, those are my super big shout outs for the week so far. I don't know if there was anybody else. I think that's it.
Okay. All right. I think that'll lead us.
That will lead us right on into the. We can't hear it anymore.
Yeah, this is off.
Oh, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
Scroll.
Scroll.
It's like 8-second countdown.
I don't know when you push the button, so
Oh.
when to start the 8.
It said it there. So when I was saying scroll, that was when we kind of got to the end there.
Okay.
So, big things are going. Calgary Stampede.
Calgary Stampede. I've gone to Stampede once in my entire life.
I too.
And it was great. And it was right after COVID-ish time, so it was quite a bit of people there, but nothing compared to how it was this week. Stampede had record high attendance numbers at 1.47 million people.
That's just so many people.
That is a lot.
So one time, a long time ago, when Drake first came out, he decided that he was going to have a free concert at the South Street Seaport in New York. So me and my friend's daughter went down there, and it was absolute mayhem. That is one time that I can remember understanding how I've never been in a group that large and understanding how dangerous it could have been. But thankfully, it absolutely wasn't. And they had Bryson Tiller there on this tiny little stage with crowds and crowds of millions, literally millions.
And Metro Beats.
Booming. Oh my God.
Metro Beats be booming. Metro Boomin.
Metro Boomin was also here. So big shout out to really everybody at the Stampede in Calgary who has done their job to make the Stampede blacker and blacker. Yeah. And that's really what's going on here.
Yeah. The place was packed. Like they had a view from the carousel. Mm-hmm. So when they reached the top of the carousel, they took a big video of everybody. And the carousel usually stops. It usually makes this thing. And you get to the top of the carousel and it stops for a little bit. And then it goes to the next one and then goes to the next one. Mm-hmm. And then finally it lets you out when you're done. So when the person got to the top of the carousel, they took a video of all the people, and it was a sea of people. Like you can't walk. And you could imagine somebody who was like claustrophobic or somebody who was,
introvert,
a problem with crowds. Like they would be. It's a living nightmare.
It was like skin crawly to look at, but. Also, I'm old, so if you're young and you're in that, it would have been pretty exciting and pretty fun, especially to be here, to be in a place where we usually have so many wide open spaces.
If you could see, like I even as a young person, if I can't see the person on stage, you can only like hear them. That'd be wild because you could hear the people around you talking and chanting, but can you hear the music? Like, was it loud enough to reach that crowd? That would have been uncomfortable for me anyways.
Well,
in my youth.
I like to be in those. I like to be there just to be there sometimes. Mm. So I would have enjoyed it just to know that I was there. But that's what youth is all about. So Metro was there. 1.47 million. I wanted to say about Calgary generally, which is hilarious, that they have been on a water restriction over there in Calgary.
Yeah, they have.
And so to be on water restriction and have 1.47 million people
In one place
travel out to your city, bro, when I tell you I'm not on water restriction. Like, God forbid I live in Calgary. Water restrict who? You can't make me restrict no water at this point.
Speaking of which, I went to Care West to scout out the grounds because Care West is going to be on and pop in this year from August 8th to the 10th. It's going to be fantastic. But went to Care West to look at some plumbing not issues, but a plumbing plan for the Care West as it's going to be 40th anniversary. It's going to be ram-packed. They got lots of people coming. So went there, and EPCOR usually deals with a fire hydrant. They provide water to a lot of these festivals using fire hydrants. And they opened up the fire hydrant and then left it on for 15 minutes. And water was just gushing. And I thought about Calgary sitting there like, just a little water, sir.
Bro, that's in New York. That's a Tuesday, baby. That's a Tuesday in New York. A nice gushing fire hydrant, man.
There's always a guy that knows how to turn on the fire hydrant.
There's always a guy who knows how to open that thing. A nice gushing, but guess what? Here's what people don't know. The fire hydrants, I don't know what they're connected to, but when you go in at the end of the day, your water pressure is janked up. And you got no pressure in there. You can barely shower. The water's trickling out of the shower. It said, "Did you get enough water outside? What you trying to look up in here for?"
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
That's the other side.
What they do is they open up the street, but then the main service center shuts the pressure down so that you don't lose too much water.
Okay.
So when you open it up, it's a gush of water. It warns the main system.
Oh yeah, it does go down to like a low. It's true. It goes down to like something reasonable.
And then you turn it back on. They haven't sent a person. They have to send staff to come check it out first.
Oh, and all over the city. They have to get to it.
Yeah, they got to get to it.
Yeah. And meanwhile,
2 hours to get
if you just roll up your windows, they'll push the pressure on there and it'll give you a little quick car wash if you're driving too much. Anyway, if you know, you know. You guys, I don't know what to say. I can't believe they put Bryson Tiller on this little side
stage. They put him on the side.
So interesting.
If you don't know who Bryson Tiller is, he is on many large Grammy Award winning artists. He's on their tracks, and so he is a beat maker and a singer, and he's just an artist all around. He is a black man. Blick. And he's doing really well right now, especially with the youths. So that's where
I know I did plenty of hair. What I committed to next year, let me know if you guys are messing with this. Whoever wants to come, let we go. Is next year I'll go to Calgary during Stampede, and I'll set up a hair spot.
A hair spot, okay.
Yeah.
Where?
And run the people through. I got a whole year to figure it out.
Okay.
It could be straight hotel room vibes. Bang, bang, bang. You know, you get a suite.
Yep, the logistics on that is interesting.
Anyway.
We'll have to make sure the security and stuff like that. Them hotel room vibes come with.
It's true. I've had people not pay me in a hotel room. There's not much you can do about it.
It's a cost. And by people not paying her in a hotel room, she means for hair. Just so we're clear. She means for doing hair. I actually do mean for doing hair. I mean for braiding. Yes, you're not wrong. Okay. Thank you for... Just for the people who randomly tune
in. Sex work is work. That's all I have to say.
That's not the word she's talking about. Yeah, it's not the word she's talking about.
Okay, so there was another gold heist.
So in Toronto, I don't know if it was another gold heist,
Oh.
but we talked about a gold heist. I
Heist,
thought the
right.
gold heist that we talked about was in Vancouver, but this
It
one,
was Toronto.
but this one is
It was
Toronto
at the
Pearson,
airport.
and they've been looking and
Mhm.
investigating, and it has been the most amazing situation as they finally found out and linked back this gold heist to 9 assailants who got away.
Assailants. Okay, go ahead.
9 assailants who got away with $20 million worth of gold. That's 6,400 bars of gold billions
6,000 of anything.
of gold press latinum, as they would say in Star Trek. 6,400 bars of gold press latinum. Quark is scheming right now. You don't understand what's happening.
Listen, that's a lot of gold.
It's a lot. It's a lot of gold to carry around. Gold is heavy, number one. The bars
6,000.
are very, very heavy. And this
I
is how they
assume
did
one bar is like a kilogram or something.
I don't know. We'd have to look that up.
I can do that while you're telling about it.
Let me tell you how they did this. So, it was an orchestrated heist. And you know I love a heist. So, anybody who's watched this show knows that I love a heist movie. So, play this out in your head. So, the music cues in. It's the regular heist music. And they're coming in and they're planning the heist from the warehouse. They're like, okay, we got to get from here to here to here. How are we going to get past the guards? And this is what they did. They faked a a way bill. So they faked a way bill, which is the little pass that you scan. Sometimes has a QR code, has whatever. They figured out that there was a shipment of seafood that was coming in that would be on pallets in the same place as the gold.
And they switched
Platinum.
out the golds.
What they did was they used the way bill to go check on the fish that said they were fish merchants, which gave them access to the same locker.
To the gold.
And then they had all the time in the world because nobody wants to deal with fish in an airport locker hangar. So while they were setting that up, they loaded all the bars up on their escape plane and flew that bad boy out to Dubai.
Wow.
The city of land and gold.
And
now, the people who were left behind, all they had to do was lay low for a little bit, and then they would get their cut. But they got the couple detectives. They got Kuso on the job. They got that guy from Inspector Gadget, and they got the guy
Brain, the dog.
Yeah.
Petty, the little girl.
Petty, the little
Who
girl.
did they get?
They got Inspector Gadget himself. He's there, made an appearance on there.
God forbid.
Checking it out.
He's calamity.
And when he comes in, the greatest part about what he does is they find out where all 9 people lived and arrested 9 people in the involvement. Found them.
It's
in
easy.
where
9
they are.
people, you can get somebody to turn easily on 9 people.
And that's how you do it. You got to be like, yo, we got your boy Jimmy in the other room. He
Bro.
says you were the person who
Person
planned
number
it all.
8 was mad when they brought in person number 9. He was like, how many people do we need?
That's what it's it. What it is.
Anyway, good
and
for those
by that
men.
time, they rolled over, and that's it.
They said they thought it was in India for a while.
Yeah, and that's how they got
It was
him.
close. They went to Dubai, though.
Do you know how many people live in India? That gold is lost in India.
Long
But
gone.
Dubai.
India may have been the
It's
better
catching
plan. I feel like if it went to India, there was nothing they could have done.
Nothing you could have done.
And India got gold. So
India's
which
got all
gold's
types
yours
of
or
gold.
which gold's mine?
But
So-
if you go to India, you gotta pay off a good 15 people to get that
Like you doing in
from
Dubai. You
point
sure
A
do
to
Dubai.
point B.
You sure do in Dubai. You might realize that you have dal puri when you get to where you.
When you open it up, it's pure curry powder in there.
So listen, each gold bullion, me like a fool. What is that? Like 1 kilogram? Bro, it's 12 and a half kilograms.
Kilograms.
Yeah, that thing is like almost 25 pounds
So if you
for
get
one gold bullion. So 6,000.
if you get a chance, go to TikTok. There's videos of people putting their hand in a glass. It's just a little hole, and the hole is just enough to pull in a gold bar. And they've got to reach down, pick up a gold bar with their bare hand, and use their fingers to squeeze it into the little hole, which is only big enough to fit the gold bar. So you have to figure out how to get it in.
That's how you catch raccoons. That's how you catch raccoons.
They see shiny stuff and they put
They
their hand
love
in,
a shiny thing and they won't let it go.
and they're like,
So you literally, you find a log with a hole in it, or you get a log and you hollow it out, you cut a hole in it, and you block out the edge, you put something shiny in there, and the raccoon will put their hand in. I think that's how you catch monkey too.
wow, monkey see, monkey do. Let me tell you that. What else we
Anyway, that sounds fascinating. And sorry to those men. We have another Spruce Grove bank robbery.
Sorry for you that you got caught.
It was close.
It's one of those ones. Next time you gotta hire the real heist people. To
Nine
really
just random people. They're like, oh, John's in the next room. And you just walk by, you see John eating a burger.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah. McDonald's, you got McDonald's.
you got McDonald's. They're like, oh, that guy turned. And that's it. That's all you have to do. They don't even have to say John turned. They just have to order John a Big Mac and let the other guy see him eating it.
Sitting there hungry for 12 hours in interrogation. He's starving.
No, but what I'm telling you is John doesn't even have to flip. If you just give John, just give him the burger and walk his buddy by and let him see him eating the burger.
That's it.
His buddy will know, or think at least, that he flipped. So Spruce Grove, there was a bank robbery.
Bank robbery happened in Spruce Grove.
Which, congratulations, that's not bad.
They went to Spruce Grove. They held the place up. They robbed the place
terrible.
for every amount of loot they could get.
I'd be rooting for bank robbers. I'm so sorry, though.
They're still at large. Whoever it is, they are on the run.
They said Ocean's 9.
Yeah, they are in India. They're listening to our podcast right now.
As
They're like, you know what? India's not bad. Good on you.
You know what?
I was wondering where I was gonna hide out.
WestJet has flights to Tokyo now.
Tokyo.
So Japan has opened themselves back up to us dirty forwarders, and you can go to Atlanta on one flight as we speak. WestJet should have paid me for this, but
wow.
It's all true.
As Megan the Stallion says, arigato. Domo arigato.
You can get it. You can go for $400 one way, but then the return trip is like $2,500.
Yeah, that's wildin'.
I'm like, why are you doing it this way? But I didn't look. If you look far enough ahead, I'm sure you could find something less than $1,000.
Yeah, you could go out there and, well, once you get to Japan, that's the key, right? If you're black and you go to Japan, easy way to make money. Just sit down on the side, put a hat out, and just sit there. Literally. All black people that go to Japan become instant celebrities. Unfortunately, what happens is they touch your hair, they touch your body without asking, they touch your hair without asking, they touch your face without asking. So you really got to keep people at bay and just take the money. You have to learn that few lines in Japanese, you know?
A couple
Give
words.
me the money.
Show me the money.
Show me the money. No touch.
Can I tell you something hilarious? Okay, so shout out to Tisa Tells. I was listening to Tisa Tells and Darren Hall was in the shop. Shout out to Darren Hall.
Okay.
So Tisa Tells is reading a story. She's actually, if you guys, we don't cover a lot of gossip here. We touch base here and there, but Nigel's eyes gloss over when I really get into it. So we don't cover a ton of gossip, but Diddy's got 12, 13 cases on the go right now. So what Tisa does, along with a couple other ones, shout out to Make It Make Sense as well, is they literally read the lawsuit or the article or whatever. So Tisa read the article of this person who worked at Vibe, right? So the person who works at Vibe is going through all of these years and what they had to do, working with Diddy. right? So I like literally just lost my train of thought. Dang it, you guys. Sorry. What was the precipitating thought? What did we start with?
We started talking about um, the gossip. You were saying there's some gossip going on. You started to talk about Diddy, and you started talking about
Anyway,
make it
maybe it
make
will
sense.
come up in my head. I don't remember now. I don't remember what it was about specifically that will connect it, but it was in my head. It was like, this is hilarious. We can keep it moving.
Okay, all right.
It's the heat wave.
The heat wave is causing wildness, and going on with the heat wave, Edmonton, Alberta has hit record highs at 34 degrees today,
Yeah.
which
That was
even
today.
right now,
We're sweating.
even right now, it is 27 degrees, and it is almost 10 o'clock at night.
Yes. And we're sweating. Like,
And the sun doesn't set here until close to 10 o'clock at night
Yeah.
right now. So we're not going to get a sun setting for a while. So it is wild that we are in this predicament right now, and it is hot. What happened was, what always happens to me, which is probably the most annoying thing to me, is I run out of money, or I don't have a sufficient amount of money to buy an air conditioner when it's on sale. So I'll always go and I'll see an on sale air conditioner, brand new in the box, for a really reasonable price. And there's
you always pass
nothing I
it?
could do about it. There's nothing I
oh,
can do
because you
about it.
don't have money.
Yeah, I always want to get it. Because when it was cold, those air conditioners were at Home Depot for $200, $210.
Wow.
And I was like, I need to get one because I know it's going to get warm. But it was cold, so nobody was buying them, and they had tons of them. Today I went to look, gone.
Nothing.
All they have is the ones that you stick in your window. So it is wild. You got to stay cool out there. Those people
However
who
you
are out
can.
there, you got to stay cool, man.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking the cool where you wear sunglasses and a leather jacket and you beat it all the time.
Whoa.
I'm not talking about that type
Not
of
the
cool.
fawns.
Not the fawns.
That's a.
But-
Hey, oh, hey.
hey. I'm talking about staying cool. Your core temperature, you got to make sure you're there. You're not fainting.
It's
You
true.
got to make sure you're nice and cool. I think a few years ago, or maybe even last year, my mom got an air conditioner. They had them at London Drugs. They're blowing them out, and she bought one.
Life changing.
And they installed it in her place. Whew, she was dying in there. The whole place was a hot box.
Oh.
And now it's, she's cool. I'm not so cool. But I'm trying to be like my mom, so it's okay.
So the city of Edmonton installed some water dispensers.
Yes,
To
on
help
the street.
folks.
If you go to 118 now, there are water dispensers down there for people who are on the street. Any patrons there, whether you're housing challenge or not, you put your foot on it so you're not really touching the dispenser on the top, and it'll pour out, and you can wet yourself and cool yourself down, or fill up a water bottle, and you got water that is provided by the city. So they have them all over. I saw one on 118. They got some on White Ave.
That's really good.
And if you need help, and they're over by Kaswa. Kaswa. They're right over there.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's something.
Also,
Mm-hmm.
also a local scroll. I think we
Alien Google Man.
there's a man out there providing pictures for Google Play, for Google Views and Google Maps,
Mm-hmm.
dressed like an alien. He has produced and contributed thousands of pictures where he's wearing a gray alien mask with big blue eyes, and he's riding a bike, and he takes a picture and puts it on. This is where he is in Google, and he's provided this for thousands. He's emptied, man. He's becoming famous as people are snapping the picture and making memes.
Oh, that's hilarious. Google has tricked me into thinking that Maps is a social media thing. And every now and then it'll be like, hey, you have 10,000 reviews. You want to like review 4 more? And then you can go up to like level 6. And I'm like,
It's a game.
yeah, I sure do. But I don't know what level 6 gets me, you know?
Not that thing.
Yeah.
You're just a level 6 provider.
Your mom said that she was happy to get the air conditioner when she did get it. I can imagine.
Oh, yeah. Once you got it, but it cooled the place down exponentially.
Yeah,
So
I
it was
can imagine.
fantastic.
We're going to our final scroll topic, which is not local, and it is the attempted assassination of President Donald J. Trump.
Donald Duck Trump.
So many people all over the internet believe that it's not as straightforward as we see. What I don't want to be like is, a lot of people think it's a hoax, or like there are varying degrees of what people think went on, but I would probably say that almost the consensus is that there is more. It's more happening than what we understand, or it's not as straightforward. And I think that that's the part I land on. Like, I'm not sure about all the things and all the details, but
What it opened up my eyes to see is that there is a lot more people in my surrounding circle, not just in my closer circle, but in the surrounding area, that are big Trump fans. And I didn't realize they were Trump fans until this happened, and they were like, yes, our leader is still alive. And I was like, really? You still like this guy? But you know what? You got to do your research, as I say. I'm not here to take a political agenda or do that. So do your research. We're not a political show. You may come up with what I came up with, and how I feel about it. You may come up on the other side. Who knows? But I'll tell you one thing. Knowing Trump, I don't think he would have had a female Secret Service agent putting up her hand with him in the same picture. Like, she's also raising her fist up with him. And he's like, up. I'm like, where did she come from? Knowing Trump, he would have probably had her in crowd control over there and make sure there were strong men. But having a woman there tells me there's more than meets the eye. It's Transformers.
There's a lot of things that people have said, and I get it.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Shannon, Doherty, and Richard Simmons. The really not funny but interesting thing that happened at the time was that I heard about the Trump assassination, and then right after that I heard Shannon Doherty and Richard Simmons had died. So I thought that Shannon Doherty and Richard Simmons were like collateral damage from the assassination.
Oh, wow. That's wild.
And I was like, wow, it's really strange that those people would even be at a Trump rally.
Yes, both of those people. Mm-hmm. But Shannon Doherty was suffering from breast cancer for a while, and she was struggling with the adverse effects of having breast cancer, and she succumbed to the breast cancer in the end. That's how she passed. I'm not too sure how Richard Simmons died.
They said in his home.
In his home.
I don't know.
So he contributed a lot to the health and wellness of a lot of people. And so a lot of people loved him for who he was. And he's another person who many rumors came. And in those rumors, we found out that
he was okay.
Many people have said he's dead for years, for decades. They're like, he's dead. And he came out last year, and he came out with a video, and he was like, I'm still alive. I'm still here. Mm-hmm. He's like, I've just been laying low. I do not like what is happening with the country. That's what he said. So he's staying inside because he was afraid of what was happening with the country. Trump was at the head of that. So
here we are. Okay. Well, let's move on to
the
Screen.
Screen. Fantastic. I've been watching two things. Of course, I've been watching The Acolyte. For those of you who don't know, I'm a big nerd. So I watch Star Trek, I watch Star Wars, I watch anime, and I watch cartoons. I watch even Korean love stories. And I've been watching The Acolyte. And The Acolyte has come to a halting end with the last episode that I have not watched yet. So no spoilers, please. I'm going to watch it as soon as I get home. The other thing I've been watching is Time Police Bon, B-O-N, which is a new one that came up on the Netflix with a boy.
Anime?
With an anime, which was a time police guy who was in elementary school, junior high, and is commissioned now. They decided, you know too much, we're going to have to kill you. So he fights for his life, and then they find out that he is detrimental to history. So they made him a time police instead of killing him, which is wild to me. No training at all. Just, it was join us or die.
A kid?
And he was like, join us. Yeah.
What did I tell you about the child trafficking?
Recruiting kids all the time. So that's what happened. And what I really wanted to watch, I wanted to see how Megan Thee Stallion would have sexualized it, but she never came through into the anime.
So that's good, because I will talk about that in my ears.
Go ahead.
Megan Thee Stallion has a new album out called Megan, I believe. I like it, and what Nigel is talking about is that one of her songs, Arigato, is has a lot of anime, not only references but also like clips and sounds.
Yep.
And the way that she's rapping a lot of the metaphors that she's pulling in are from anime. So. Yeah, that is what I've been listening to. That's what's in my ears. What do you got going on?
In my ears, I've been listening to a lot of old school R&B. So Usher and Joe from 6th Street.
Joe from 6th Street.
Yeah, I've been listening.
Always trying to take somebody's girl. Joe.
Always. And waiting in the cut, like when you watch the video, like
don't fumble your girl.
Just broke up with her man.
Don't fumble your girl.
Immediately.
Joe's been studying her. He knows everything she likes, and he also knows all the ways you effed up. And he's been singing to her about it.
I wish that I could make a journey to your mind. Like the lyrics alone. Girls are like, I wish somebody would love me for my mind and not my body. And he's like, I wish that I could make a journey through your mind. And he sings it. And then he goes, and find the emotion that you always try to hide, baby.
Trying to mess with your head, girl. Steer clear.
And he's trying to find emotions. Most guys are like, yuck. Please leave those emotions.
You know how he's going to find them. He's going to open that door with that little key that he has.
He's definitely
he's going to leave you.
He's going to use his garden tool to dig deep and find out what you got hidden.
Oh, my God.
That's where it's at. Yeah, where are we at?
That's what you're listening to in your ears.
Yeah.
And then we have a word.
We do have a word for today. Raleigh's is in the Barbados.
We have this here.
She's here?
I'm pretty sure we have a recording here. I didn't look at what it was exactly, but
okay.
I did see. She doesn't usually cuss too much.
Okay.
Just kidding, you guys.
Yeah, so Raleigh's is out. That's our roving person in the street. So she's out in Barbados. And she's sending in our clips. What you got?
Ready to go? Here's what's up.
That's what's up.
Reporting live from the beautiful island of Barbados. You know, things still got to go on, so I got to let you know what's happening in YEG. So we are starting tonight, July 17th. That is where the Grooves and Vibes brought to you by Rogue Mo Fit. What is Rogue Mo Fit? I can't even say it. It's a classic dancing to the styles of reggae, dancehall, and Afrobeat, led by Keston Gray and his other two sidekicks right there with him. So make sure you guys go out. I did one introductory class. It's going to be amazing. So support that, coming out from July 17th to the 4th. Brought to you by Cocktails and Jerk. So you can find all the information on both IGs, which is Cocktails and Jerk, as well as Rogue Mo Fit. Okay, so you guys check that out. Also, July 20th, 21st to the 21st, you got the Afro-Caribbean Roots and Drum Festival. Tickets are available on Eventbrite, and please note there has been a venue change, so those who have tickets before, just please note of the venue change, and all that information is on Eventbrite, brought to you by the Reggae Festival Society. Also, we have Operation Camo, July 27th, brought to you by Islanders Entertainment. They encourage each and every one of you who attends to bring a non-perishable item for the food bank, and that's in order to send out to the food banks of the various people who got affected by Hurricane Beryl. So make sure you guys come and bring a non-perishable item for that Operation Camo, and again, that's from Islanders Entertainment. And as we know, Care West is upon us and many events are happening. We start off with August 9th, the Foam Fest, brought to you by YEG 20 Feathers. Tickets are on sale as we speak. You can get them from myself or on Eventbrite. Please note that I only have the ones that are for the mass band launch, for the mass bands, a discounted rate, so message me for that and we will hook you up. Also, anybody who has a birthday or any groups going on, please let me know. We can make your day even more special. August 10th is also brought to you by HR Events and YG Training Feathers. Together brings you the Island Raves. This is over 10 years. And GBM will be there performing alongside many amazing DJs. So make sure you guys come and check out the vibe. I will have tickets. I do have tickets as we speak, but of course when I get back, I will hook you up. But please shoot me a message and I'll be able to get your stuff situated, okay? So this is Raleigh's here. I'm bringing you all the information. I hope you guys are having a fantastic time. I understand it's over 30 degrees in the capital city. As we know, as Festival City, please support all these amazing things that are going on just for you in the summertime, because before we look at it, you know what's going to happen. So I am Raleigh Sports, and that's what's up.
That's what's up, Raleigh.
Bear Crapo in the background.
You can hear them.
I also want to add, we did say that July 22nd, come check us out at K-Days during the opening over there. But I also want to add on August 24th, Black Business Edmonton is going to be having the Black Business trade fair. This is at Fort Edmonton Park, and Fort Edmonton Park, which I didn't know, is like a fair. There's like Ferris wheel and all that stuff there. So you do have to pay for entry, but your payment gets you access to the park as well. So come hang out with us. It is conveniently right just before back to school time, so you can come and see where you can buy black for your back to school.
That's August
24th.
Right now, Fort Edmonton Park has a escape room.
Oh, neato. That's cool. We'll probably have it at the same time too. I guess we'll have to try it. And then I also want to say that Sherelle, Empoy, Elsa Robinson, these people have a show this weekend, Friday, Saturday afternoon, and then Saturday evening. And it is called Breaking Ground. So please definitely check it out. It's a multidisciplinary show celebrating art and dance and poetry. Oh, and Timo will be there as well, who's a poet. So definitely check that out.
Also, I will be hosting the 4-Season Slam on August the 17th. So don't forget to register on Eventbrite, I think it is. And if you go through, it's very, very fun idea. And so they're going to have the Poetry Slam and Art Show. It's the second edition. There is a secret location, so you have to register first, and then they send you the secret location of where it is. So, and that's Patron Productions is putting that on. That's the 4SZN Slam.
All right. So we hope to see you at one, many, or all of those events. thank you for tuning in. And you know, everybody who tunes in after the regular time. If I finish that story, I'm gonna post a little amendment in the comments, but it's probably gone forever, you guys. I'm so sorry. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for meeting us. Check us back next week, same bad time.
Same bad channel.
Maybe not the same bad time. Maybe a little earlier, but definitely the same bad channel.
Earlier, yeah.
We do what we can. Okay. Good night, everybody.